Hi, welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year. It's the first vlog of 2022. What a fantastic year 2021 was, eh? I think 2022 could be even better, but it is gonna be even better on our channel. Because today we've got not only a very exciting vlog for you, we've also got some very exciting news to give you, which I will share in a second when I've overtaken this cyclist and hopefully not killed him. But yeah, in today's vlog we're going to be taking our lovely CITROEN AMI, Elton for short, to Monaco, and we're going to be testing our new camera equipment by doing the Grand Prix circuit. We're going to give that Neil Hamilton a run for his money. We're also going to tell you about our exciting plans for the channel, including finally a name change, and we're going to bring you up to date on how things are going with Elton here in the south of France as we approach our 700th kilometre. So lace up your steering wheel, let's get going. So it is finally a nice day here in the south of France. It really has been a pretty ropey Christmas, hasn't it, Mr. Boo?
It's been a bit wet and a bit yuck.
A bit wet and a bit yuck. In fact, the last nice day was my birthday, the 23rd of December, when we took Elton, we took our little CITROEN AMI right up to La Turbie, which is even higher than Es Village, and it was absolutely gorgeous up there, wasn't it? We took a flask. It was all very Alan Bennett, wasn't it?
Very Alan Bennett.
We had a flask and a bit of a sandwich and sat looking at the view over the Tête de Chienne. But it was actually rather fantastic. But since then it's been piss poor, to be honest. It's been raining, it's been drizzling. Santa Claus, he did come, didn't he? Well, he came for me.
He came for you. He missed me out. Maybe I wasn't well behaved enough.
Can you guess what I got for Christmas? Guess. You're right, it was this shirt. But I also got a wonderful second GoPro, which we are filming on today, and which is going to take us round Monaco as we give Neil Hamilton a run for his money. Is he called Neil Hamilton?
You mean Louise?
Oh, that's his wife.
No.
Christine. Christine's his wife. Oh, Neil. No, Lewis. Lewis Hamilton. As in Inspector Morse. Lewis. Lewis, I've got it. So we're now coming through Es Sommer. The other day we took the AMI up to Es Village, which is right up there in the hills. But just down there to the right of me, that's where Mr. Bono lives, in his big orange house on the beach. All right for some. Oh, and there's the train heading from Italy back into Nice, or heading from Monaco.
Our favorite song. Turn it up, windows down, we sing along. The summer night has just begun. The moon is bright, let's have some fun. Oh, this is everything.
A bit of an update on how things are going with the old jam jar, the car, the quadricycle, the CITROEN AMI, Elton. He's been going well, hasn't she? He, it. Is it a he or a she?
Don't be so binary.
Oh, it's true. I keep trying to get my head around this non-binary stuff. And then I get it all confused because Mr. Boo says it's not about sex, it's about gender. Is that right?
Yes.
I just can't follow it. I mean, I don't mind what folk wear or what they do, as long as they do it with me. But apparently that's not enough these days. Apparently it's all about gender fluidity. So anyway, our car, our quadricycle, coming up for 700 kilometres. Everything is running absolutely perfectly thus far. We probably jinx it now and find we break down in Monaco in front of a Ferrari. But yeah, everything's gone well, and crucially, in the rain, it survived the rain, didn't it?
Yes.
We were a bit worried because we'd read all these horror stories on Tinternet about how the AMI leaked. Well, ours was in a big rainstorm, and we did get a bit of a sprinkle over there, didn't we?
Yeah, only in my door.
A little bit of spray, which we don't quite know where it came from, but we certainly didn't have to get a Coke can and bail it out. Now, talking of local points of interest, just interrupting our car report, we're coming up here to an area that shall forever be known as the area called Bummer Beach, which is a nudist beach just down there. You go over that fence there, and then you clamber down the rocks, and it's one of our favourite places. Not just because it gets lots of bummers, but it's very beautiful to swim, and it's just lovely, and it's magical, and it's free. What's it actually called? Plage Saint Laurent?
Plage Saint Laurent.
Plage Saint Laurent. So if you're looking on the map, don't Google Bummer Beach, you won't get very far. But yes, going back to the car, it's all been fine, and touch wood, I haven't had any more accidents, and I'm beginning to feel a little bit more confident driving it. And I have to say, the reason we got it was because you know, much as we love our scooter, much as we love cycling, in winter here, you know, it's not much fun because it can get a bit chilly on the back of a bike, and it can get a bit wet. And it's, on that level, it's enabled us to get out and about a bit, hasn't it?
In the wintry weather, yes.
We've been able to get out. We went to go to the gym when it was raining. We don't normally go to the gym when it's raining. So on that level, it's given us a bit of independence in our senior years. I did tell you this blog was turning into Alan Bennett. I always have a tendency, don't I, to slip into Alan Bennett if I'm not careful. My inner Alan comes out. I think Alan would have liked a CITROEN AMI. He would still like.
Would still like
He's
one.
still with us. He's still with us. I think he should get one. I think, you know, journeys through France. Actually, I don't want to do myself out of a job. Journeys through France with Alan Bennett and boyfriend would be very enjoyable. But anyway, that brings us on to our second subject as we clamber up here. You can see, I think maybe just get to see Cap Ferrat in the distance, which is our exciting news for 2022. You might remember a while back we had a bit of a channel debate about whether to change the channel name, because I said that the French particularly, and younger people, didn't really understand the pun, a queer in Provence, the pun on Peter Mail's book A Year in Provence, which, you know, was written almost before I was born. So we debated then changing the channel name, but we sort of bottled it because some people really liked A Queer in Provence, and we kind of like it. It's funny, it makes us smile. But there is an issue that when we bump into people and they say, what's your YouTube channel? It takes you 20 minutes to explain it, and you write it down, and by the time you've written it down, you can tell they've lost interest in ever coming to see it. And the other issue is you weren't very keen on putting A Queer in Provence on the side of this car, were you?
Not so much.
So we had a long think, and we've eventually come up with this as the new channel name, Me and Mon Ami, because we thought, well, it encapsulates me and Mr. Boo, it encapsulates a bit of France, it encapsulates the car, it brings the car in, which of course is a CITROEN AMI, and it's the car in which we're going to go out on our travels over the next year and explore the whole of the French Riviera, from top to bottom, as it were. So we are going to change the channel name to Me and Mon Ami, unless of course you all absolutely hate it and stop watching for that reason, in which case I'll cry. But fear not, it's not going to change what we do, it's just, I hope, going to bring more people in, because in the last month or so we've had a huge growth of subscribers, and a lot of that I know is to do with the fact that people are really interested in this strange little quadricycle and our journey. and some of those are people around the world who are hoping to buy a Citroen Ami, or are interested in buying one, or are just interested in strange vehicles and strange journeys, and we don't want to exclude them. So what we're going to do over the next few months is take you right around the French Riviera, see all kinds of weird and wonderful stuff, because we're going to try and keep away from the obvious stuff. Though of course some of the obvious stuff is irresistible and you just got to show it, like the casino in Monte Carlo where we're headed today. But we're going to try and show you the less obvious stuff, but what we're also going to do is bring you up to date on how the car's going, and I'm sure we're going to come across little stumbling blocks and little tips and tricks, and we're going to try and work out how much gear we can get in it and how suitable it is for long distance travel, and also, well, we have come across the odd issue with charging points, haven't we?
We have.
In fact, I would say thus far 50% of the charging points we've gone to, if not more, are out of order. Now, given how few electric cars relatively there are around at the minute, I think the authorities are going to have to do something about that. So if we need to do a bit of campaigning for some more charge points, we will. But full marks to the village of La Turbie above Monaco, because it had, I think, 4 or 6 charging points in a tiny village. Every one of them worked. I mean, maybe we were the first people to ever use them. But so anyway, that is our new channel name. Now, if you Google A Queer in Provence, you will still get the channel. Don't worry, we've not yet changed the actual Google search name. We've just changed the channel art. Have a look at it. Let us know what you think in the comments. If it's going to put you off, say so. But we thought it was quite a neat new name. But obviously, it's a risky thing to do, to change. So we hope you're going to stick with us. So we're now coming down into Monaco Monte Carlo. I often say that, Monaco Monte Carlo, because people think the two things are interchangeable. What's the difference, Mr. Boo?
Well, Monaco is the country.
Right.
Monte Carlo is the capital and main part of it.
So Monte Carlo is a tiny area in what is the smallest country on earth, which is Monaco.
Yes.
Which is a country, we're about to enter it actually, which is a country the size of Hyde Park. In fact, it might actually be smaller than Hyde Park. And it's interesting, when we were at La Turbie the other day, you really got a full, fantastic overhead picture of the place, but you really got a sense of just how small it is, because you could see the whole country from the Tête de Chien. And if I've got a bit of ET, I'll stick it up and show you, as it were. So yeah, we're now headed down into the country of Monaco, and there's the famous 100 bus which goes between Monaco and Nice. There's about 5 or 6 of those an hour, and for €1, you can do the whole journey. It is probably, I always say to people, the best value bus journey in the world. It's got the most incredible scenery, and as I say, it'll cost you €1. There's no need to book a tour bus, just hop the 100. It can get a bit crowded though, and you will need a mask. You will need a mask, because across that Omicron business has reared its head again. Do you remember last year when we talked about nothing but COVID? Well, I vowed to never talk about COVID again, but it's inevitable, obviously, because the French blocked many foreign tourists coming in this Christmas, British in particular, and that's still the situation, and the case numbers are growing, so it's going to be interesting. Anyway, that's enough about that COVID rubbish, because we're sick of it, aren't we? We're all sick of it. We are now entering Monaco Monte Carlo, and I'm going to try and concentrate on the driving, because it can get a bit hairy here. Especially in the tunnels, because as you will come to realise, Monaco is essentially a lot of high rises and a lot of tunnels. And here we're going to go past the Monaco police, and let's just hope they don't stop us. They don't spot our camera and decide we can't. Are we going down here?
Yeah.
We can't go into the town. We're through, Mr. Boo. Now this is where it gets even more hairy, because if you take a wrong turn you end up on the motorway, and we've done that once before, so we want to be very careful. But here's tunnel number 1. This tunnel not in the Grand Prix course. I'll let you know when we get to the start of the Grand Prix course, but we're not there yet. We're going to the right.
Yep.
A nice big truck just to really scare us. It's actually, for Monaco, this is very quiet.
It's very quiet.
Which is a blessed relief, as they say. And we've got nothing behind us, which is absolutely unbelievable. Usually there is somebody revving up your bottom in Monaco at all times of day and night. So, which way are we going to go now, Mr. Boo? Over, straight over. Cédez le passage. That means give up your hole. I told you this channel was no longer gay. Is that what it means?
Cede the passage, give way.
Cede the passage, that's even worse. I'm going to go straight on, yeah?
Yes.
Playing our favorite song. Turn it up, windows down, we sing along. The summer night has just begun. The moon is bright, let's have some fun.
So we're coming down to the port of Monte Carlo, where the start line is for the Grand Prix. Now, we're obviously going to try and beat that Neil Hamilton's lap time in our CITROEN AMI, which I shouldn't think will be a problem.
I wouldn't imagine so.
Especially not while we're following this Peugeot 106, full of glamorous cars, Monaco. You never know, we might see the odd one. Unless they've all gone away, they might be all in the Caribbean, the billionaires.
I don't think they've driven to the Caribbean.
No, but they'll have garaged their cars for Christmas. Am I going left? No.
No.
No. So here we are, and this is where the Grand Prix starts. You'll recognise the bridge over there. Look, there's the bits on the road, look. And let's hit that. Right, we're going full tilt now, just like Lewis Hamilton. We're at 45 kilometres. 36, actually, we've dropped to 36. And Lewis doesn't have to wait for people to cross the road, does he?
Probably not on their way to the Christmas fair.
Onto the Christmas fair. You can see over there the wonderful Christmas fair and market that they have every year in Monaco. Well, they didn't have it last year because of the plague, but it's back. It's back. And everything's open. You just need to wear a mask, have a vaccine passport, and make sure you've got a clean pair of pants with you. So this obviously coming up now to the RAC club over there. I think it's called the RAC Club of Monaco, which is the club that began the Grand Prix. Actually began the RAC Club as a cycling club. This is a very famous turn up to the casino, past the church over there. This corner named after that church. Here we are now coming up the hill to casino at 32 kilometres an hour. This is just like Neil Patrick Hamilton does. What's he called? Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton. And it's probably more like his wife drives. Oh, that's the sexiest thing to say, that. That just shows how old-fashioned I am. I shall be censored. Censored I will. We're not going to have any censorship on this channel. We've decided, haven't we?
Have we?
Yes, I have. Yes, me and Mon Ami is going to be very forthright. Now I've got to concentrate because there's a policeman. Can we go up there? Yes, round there. I don't think we can go. The Grand Prix, of course, goes up there to Gucci, but we're not allowed to go up there, I'm pretty sure. But we've now got some other competitors in the Monaco CITROEN AMI Grand Prix, and this girl's got well, she's exercising her buttocks. You can see over there on the left-hand side, the Hermitage Hotel. And what's this shopping mall called? I've forgotten.
Monaco One?
Monaco One, something like that, which is... I actually saw a flat for rent in there once for €47,000 a month. Not bad, not bad. I'm going to go around her.
Oh, overtaking, wow.
Oh.
Just like the Grand Prix.
This is just like the Grand Prix. They're on mono bikes, which are the electric bike system here. We're coming round the top of the park now. On the right hand side you will perhaps catch a glimpse of the casino.
Turn it up, windows down, we sing along. The summer night has just begun.
But I have to say, the AMI is the perfect little vehicle to get around Monaco, because as you'll see, I would think the average speed of travel in Monaco is probably about 15 kilometers an hour. A little bit quicker today because there's a lot less traffic than normal. But it always amuses me that this is a town full normally of supercars and you know, incredibly expensive £1 million vehicles that can seldom go above 20 kilometers an hour. Certainly in the Principality. And we're going to go right here, back down to the course, aren't we? And here we go. So we're going to now be rejoining some familiar bits of the Grand Prix course. Not quite yet, but further down you will recognise the famous Fairmont hairpin.
Windows down, we sing along. The summer night has just begun.
11 kilometers an hour now as we come down towards the past the rest of the park and towards the Fairmont hairpin.
Past the Buddha Bar.
Past the Buddha Bar. I don't think that's a corner on the track. I don't think it's, no. Tabac is a corner, a very famous corner. It's because there's a Tabac there.
They say we're crazy, it's too much.
This is the famous Fairmont hairpin, and you'll see the paint marks on the pavement still from the Grand Prix.
We could go to Nobu for lunch.
Oh yeah, are you going to treat me? Are you enjoying doing the Grand Prix course, Mr. Boo? Is it exciting?
It's thrilling.
Or are you terrified of my driving?
No, I think you're doing a wonderful job.
It's a good job I can't look at you. It's kind of distracting me having to do this. So down here, how do we get to the rest of the Grand Prix? We need to go to Port-Écuole, yeah?
Yeah.
So we're going to be heading which way?
Just follow this Volvo.
And going right?
And you're going to go right.
Down where that one's gone there. Yeah, so we're now going to come to another very familiar bit of the Grand Prix track at 9 kilometers an hour now. We may have to go in for a tyre change, you know, after this.
Oh yeah.
And here we go, look, into the very famous tunnel, which I am told is one of the few places at the end of this tunnel, or maybe just here, where you can actually overtake in the Grand Prix. I'm not going to attempt any overtaking, but I think the tunnel is amazingly an overtaking spot. I think when they do it, it's a bit wider than this, don't you? I don't think they have these barriers up like this.
Not so much.
I think it's a bit tougher for us to drive, to go slow, because there's a speed bump. I have to say, the CITROEN AMI has many qualities, but travelling over speed bumps is perhaps not its finest. skill. So we're going to come down now here to Shirley Bassey Bend. I don't think they call it that in the Grand Prix, but it is the bend where Shirley has her apartment. So when she sings that song, what is it? I who have nothing. She's lying. She's lying. She's got this incredible view right out across the port. And many years ago, she actually complained to the prince because she said the super yachts were getting so big they were blocking her view. Now in the Grand Prix, you would turn left somewhere here and go along the port. Now along this side of the port, which I'd love to do. Oh, maybe we can. Look, that twattinette, that man on a twattinette did a left, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't think you can.
Well, you can. The car's going. So this is exciting. We're going to go right round the proper Grand Prix track on the port. This is super exciting, I have to say. I'm excited.
I can tell.
Yeah, Neil Hamilton's got a note on me. Here we go. There's a saying in the theatre, you should never reuse a joke, you know.
I'm sure they're not bored of it yet. I'm not.
No, absolutely. So this is, as I say, this is the prime overtaking place in the Grand Prix, and there, just to prove my point, I've overtaken at 9 kilometres an hour, and we're coming round now to an area of the track called Swimming Pool, which amazingly isn't so named because there's a swimming pool here, a public swimming pool. It's actually very good, very big, open all year, but at the minute it'll be converted into an ice rink because that's what they always do at Christmas time, when we let in light and we banish shade. And here we go. This is very, very like the Grand Prix. As you come along here, this is coming up now to an area of the track called Rascasse, which is a Rascasse, of course, is a starfish, isn't it, or something like that? Yeah, a Rascasse, or it's a sea urchin-y thing, but it's also the name of a very famous restaurant at the end here called the Rascasse, and you may see it on the right-hand side by the magic of our GoPro, which, by the way, thank you for all your Christmas donations. You did enable us to buy a second GoPro, which is going to be fantastic, I hope, for our tours. So there's the Rascasse over there. There you see, look, La Rascasse. See, I know some stuff, me, Mr. Boo. And up ahead of us is Emerson Fittipaldi and his wife, Fitter.
I have a feeling they're going to beat.
I think it might be a young James Hunt on them. Do you remember James Hunt?
No.
He was British motor racing driver. He won in 1976. And so we're coming back round now, and we're about to complete a full circuit. And I wonder, as we get under the start line again, just what our lap time was. Do you think we'll be front of the grid, Mr. Boo?
Oh, I'm sure.
Especially if we're going this bus lane, we'll be front of the grid because they'll arrest us.
Tonight I'm thinking that I don't wanna go. Oh, this is everything with you right next to me. So alive, and tonight I'm thinking that I don't wanna go. This is
Look at that, speeding round in front of the policeman, very naughty. Oh, this is nice, if it keeps going. So this is where they come along in the Grand Prix, past all the expensive shops, Hermes, Valentino, Pound Stretcher. Commonly known as Pound Stretcher Bend, this, you know, Mr. Boo.
Is that right?
Just as you come round to the Hotel de Paris, there's a very good Pound Stretcher right next door. You see, Neil and...
Oh no, oh, here's a good LV hoodie.
Oh yes, that's a very Monegasque. In Balenciaga jeans.
How do you know they're from Balenciaga?
I think I'm just a fashion expert. I know these things. So here we come up to the Salle Garnier, named after the architect, and here is the casino and the wonderful Monte Carlo Christmas lights. I did a video about the Christmas lights last year. Shall we see if they'll valet park us at the casino?
Yeah, sure, it won't be a problem.
Because we are high rollers. Look, there's people filming us, Mr. Building, because they're so impressed by our supercar. Look, they just love our supercar. Go and get a shot, get a shot. Give him a wave, give him a wave.
All paparazzi everywhere.
Give him a wave. Look. Oh, that's well worth the price of admission, that. Oh, we're skidding, we're going so fast.
Oh, see,
We can go as fast as that
purple
car.
one,
Yeah, that purple one. Follow that purple one.
it looks like a quality street.
Oh baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like
So that's the end of our Mon Ami in Monaco. We've tested out the new cameras. We know they work. We know what we got wrong. We know what we need to improve on, because hopefully next week we're going to begin our French Riviera challenge in Menton, which is the far extreme of the French Riviera, right on the border with Italy, and we're going to begin our epic journey all the way to Marseille. So if you've enjoyed this video, please give us a like, please give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you hopefully on the next one. Have a great new year, everyone. Bye.
Happy New Year!